What's going on, bottom line viewers? It's Mitch here, joined by the one, the only, the actor, Kevin Olenek.
Oh, actor! Yes.
He
might be back tonight. He might be back.
He might be back. He might make a surprise appearance. We are here to review SmackDown Live for August 15th, 2017, of course. And we are here to discuss Baron Corbin's cash-in and loss? Loss? We're talking about loss in the Money in the Bank? Oh, God. All right. So we'll talk about that later on in the show, which I thought was actually a solid SmackDown for the most part. We'll get into that. It's a go-home show for SummerSlam. So we're getting hyped up for SummerSlam. Some of the big matches that were going on. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That's the main event for SmackDown. Also have Cena and Corbin, which got complicated. Natalya Naomi was another match with also Carmella in the background there. The Usos and the New Day. And AJ Styles versus the other KO with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. So we'll talk about all those feuds. We'll talk about the show tonight. We'll go segment by segment in detail. Let us know what you guys think about the show in the live comment section. Katana's in there, WWE boy Christopher. Join those guys. Let us know what you think about the show. So starting off with the comments, WWE boy says, I am so fucking pissed right now. He says, just with the face palm. Christopher says, hey, Mitch, how's it going, man? I hate the ending. They should have saved it for the cash-in at SummerSlam. Well, we'll talk about that at the near the end, Chris. WWE boy says, I guess this means what? Cockamoron? Cockamaroon? Who are you talking about?
I think he's talking about Nakamura.
Oh, okay. Is going to be the champ at SummerSlam. And John, you can't see Super Cena is going to defeat Corbin. Hashtag fucking stupid. Katana says, and I thought Raw was being stupid for having SummerSlam come early matches. SmackDown was like, hold my beer and did something worse. W Boy says, this SmackDown was all right and pretty good until the Usos versus New Day. I didn't give a fuck. And then the main event was good until the disaster. TMB says, they did Corbin dirty. Shake my head. So that's the first reactions from the subscribers and the commenters of the Bottom Line View. I want to hear Kevil's thoughts. I want to know his overall thoughts on this show.
My thoughts are it was a solid show. I think they did set up one story really well. There is some confusion. There is some intrigue. There was another interesting segment, and the controversy. I'm going to try to convince you guys to look at this a little bit of a different way. Just a thought. I may be a sense of reason here.
I hope you are, Kev. I hope you can get us with the times. I hope you can calm us like WWE boy down and sit us down and have an intervention for us wrestling fans, because we are not pleased, especially when the product is so bad and then they do something like this where it angers a large part of the audience. It's interesting, but I think there's pros and cons to the situation at the end. I don't think it was all negative, which we'll get into, but I think it was mostly negative, and we'll describe why. We'll go back and forth. But let's start off the SummerSlam Go-Home Show, August 15, 2017, with the Jinder Mahal promo, which I thought was one of the best segments of the night. Jinder comes out, and he's celebrating the Independence Day for the great nation of India. He says, we celebrate the reign of the greatest WWE champion, a.k.a. the GOAT, Jinder Mahal. Lot of booing. It's such a weird contrast from Canada crowds in Toronto cheering Jinder Mahal to now going back to the States and seeing the heat for Jinder Mahal. So it is a little, I don't know. I guess it's nice to see a heel actually get heel heat. So at the same time, even though it was also nice in Toronto to see him get cheered. So anyways, they have the Punjabi performance for Jinder, and I'm just saying this should be his entrance every single time he enters the ring. If you want to make your WWE champion feel special, this should be the way to do it. But anyways.
Or he should have win matches, maybe.
Or maybe he should win matches, and when he does win matches, it shouldn't be because his 2 midget friends help him win. But anyways, I do like the entrance. I do like that little performance that they had, and the funniest thing about the performance was Jinder Mahal in the ring reacting to it.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I was laughing at this segment, actually, genuinely. Then they have the lovely Madhu sing the national anthem of India, and I felt like it on purposely started awful. Like, she sounded terrible at the beginning of the national anthem, and I'm pretty sure she was told to. It was bad, and it was on purpose, and it was funny, and Jinder was like all over it. He was like, yeah. So I thought that was good. And then what happens is Jinder goes on a rant about being the global phenomenon that takes WWE to the new heights, why people are subscribing to the WWE network. And then he says, John Cena, your dream becomes reality. I will beat you, more convincing than Shinsuke ever could. So basically advertising the match in the main event. Cena versus Jinder, which was never previously advertised, I don't think. Was it?
Yes, it was. It was advertised last night on Raw.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. It wasn't advertised last week on SmackDown, though, was it?
No.
Okay. So anyways, they're going to have...
You only need to advertise a match like that one day before, really. Like, why do movies like to put these previews out for like 4 or 5 months? Like, why don't they just do what the WWE does and advertise it for an hour? That's better marketing.
Yeah, like why... Something that is also coming out this weekend, I think, has had trailers for like a year.
Yeah, people have been going on YouTube for it for forever, but, you know...
Defenders.
Gosh.
Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
And no, we're not sponsored by Netflix, but check it out. Anyways,
check it out.
John Cena, your dream will become a reality. And then Shinsuke interrupts. Nakamura chants all over the building. Shinsuke says, this day in Japan, we commemorate soldiers who died in the war. And then he says, Sunday in America is SummerSlam. And then he says, that's the day you will lose the WWE title. Nakamura proceeds to have an absolute seizure inside the ring and then sing.
And his singing, which was worse singing, him or Madhu?
Him, definitely.
Yeah, it was pretty...
I just think you should keep the microphone as far away as possible from Nakamura. I've said that from day one in NXT, and I continue to say that now. No offense, but when a large part of your audience is English speaking and you are not good at speaking English, you are probably not going to be good on the microphone.
Yeah, did it help or enhance the segment? Not really. I think people enjoy what Nakamura's entrance and Nakamura's wrestling, his in-ring work. I don't watch Nakamura for talking, and it hasn't. I mean, last week or the week of 2 weeks ago when it was me reviewing, check that out, cheap plug. I think people enjoyed the match because Nakamura did his stuff. He did, and it wasn't talking. So I do agree with you. Limit his speaking.
Yeah,
or get him a spokesperson.
I did think Jinder was really good in this promo, actually. I thought this one was one of his better promos. Like, he didn't really have that kind of, what's the, like, grainy voice. He kind of seemed more natural with it, and I thought it was really good delivery. I actually think Jinder's pretty good on the mic.
He's not bad. He's not bad. It's my problem isn't his mic work. My problem is I'm having trouble believing a guy that is a champion that is losing matches.
No, that's true. I think the booking of him hasn't been good, but I think his performances have been fairly good, especially on the mic. And I think he has a good presence about him when he's in the ring. He knows how to react to the crowd. He has good facial expressions. I think he's really good with that part of it, and I think that helps him get heat from the crowd. It's just a matter of them booking him in a correct fashion, which I don't think has been very good.
No.
But so that promo, overall, any other thoughts about that?
Yeah, I enjoy when he has the celebrations. The celebrations are a lot of fun. And And the national anthem was a neat thing. The one thing I was kind of missing, the old Jerry Lawler probably would have asked Michael Cole or one of them, stand up,
Yeah. The commentators weren't very involved in it.
No.
Yeah.
They were very
definitely Attitude Era King would be like up there clapping, then they would pan to him clapping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Anyways, so we have that segment. It was okay. I liked it. I thought Jinder was really good, and that's basically the whole thing. Then we have Ric Flair. So wishing Ric Flair speedy recovery. Don't exactly know the update on him right now, but that's what they did on the show as well.
Serious but stable is what I understand.
Okay. So yeah, Ric Flair, kick out one more time, get better, buddy. We want to see you styling and profiling just like JBL said. Any thoughts on that?
That's kick out, Rick. Come on, Rick.
Woo! All right. Woo! All right. Next match, or the first match of the night, we had Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Don't care. I will say this: Becky looked fantastic tonight.
Yes, she did. So you do care. You do care.
A round of applause. I did watch a few minutes because Becky looked very nice, but once I got past that, I fast forwarded it. Naomi was on commentary. Natalya ended up winning by submission, and as we see in every Natalya heel match, when she's getting somewhat of a push, she holds on to the sharpshooter. Not very predictable because they do it every single time. Naomi then goes into the ring to help out Becky. Carmella comes out after Natalya runs away from Naomi, basically. Another chicken shit heel move. How many chicken shit heels are we going to have, Vince? Carmella then comes out. Carmella says, look who we have here. Naomi and the challenger. She then says, then there's me, Miss Money in the Bank, Carmella. She says, best of luck this Sunday. From the bottom of my heart, may the best woman win. Ellsworth then says, whoever wins will lose. Okay, simple enough.
So
I think they should have given more time on this show to Carmella. I also don't think this match benefited Natalya in any way. I thought there should have been some sort of promo between the two. Natalya and Naomi building up the match. So I thought that, they could have done with something, some sort of promo, some sort of build up to the match, maybe have some Carmella thing. I don't think they needed this match with Becky Lynch.
I'm surprised Becky Lynch is not on the SummerSlam card at all, which is quite shocking. Her, Charlotte, not on a SummerSlam card. That seems a little weird to me, but they're really pushing that Carmella is cashing in. So either she comes in as a triple, like almost over pushing that she's cashing.
Yeah, they're almost making it obvious she's going to do it. Does that mean she's not going to do it? Or does that mean she's going to do it? Or does that mean she's going to do it like in the middle of the match? Like what does this mean?
I don't know. It's a bit distracting because we should be focused on Naomi and Natalya, and we're focused a lot on Carmella. And part of that is because Carmella is doing really well. And
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think they're really pushing it just because they really like what they have in Carmella. As opposed to with Corbin, I felt like they weren't very confident with the whole Money in the Bank thing. With Carmella, I feel like they're very confident, and they think they've chosen the right girl to have it, and they think this is the next women's champion. Like they legitimately feel like this is the right move. Yeah. So maybe that's why they're pushing it so hard.
Yeah, but it's a bit distracting to the actual match, because when we watch that match on Sunday, we're gonna wait for the cash in.
Yeah. For sure. Because that's one of the, but that's also another thing. Maybe they're like, hey, I don't think many people want to see Naomi and Natalya. Like, this is kind of just a feud, but if we make it more about Carmella and the cash in, then maybe more people will be paying attention to this match.
Well, if you don't, I think that those two will have a good match, actually. I do. I think it's going to be, unfortunately, distracted by the Carmella thing. But I think that those two will be a solid female match. I know you will not care, but
I will not care whatsoever because I don't know why they're wrestling each other.
Well,
outside of the championship being on the line, I don't know why they have any beef.
Well, it's plain that Natalya is going to win and then Carmella cashes in, which is interesting because Natalya is the heel.
Yeah, that is interesting. Maybe they're turning Carmella face. Who knows? I don't think it would work, but anyways.
No.
Well, I think it would work, but it would be better if she's a heel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Next, we have Lana backstage with Tamina. After this, I'll get to some comments. Lana looked ravishing tonight. Very, very ravishing. Tamina comes in and says, so much for that ravishing ambition. To Lana, she says, you know, aren't you going to help me? Then Lana says, they don't fear you. They don't see you. They don't fear you yet. And if you follow my lead and listen, they will. So Tamina's kind of freaking out like, what do you mean they don't fear me? Very over the top acting from Tamina, but it was fine because Lana was carrying the whole segment. Lana says, I will manipulate my way to help you, you know, be ravishing, use my looks, that sort of thing, to get you an opportunity and to crush people. And that will be your one single purpose, is to crush. So basically what they're doing is, as Lana says, together we will become women's champion. So finally they're making it clear what's happening between these two. They had some kind of weird thing going on like a couple weeks ago where Lana and Tamina were helping each other out and all this stuff. And it was happening for, in my opinion, too long, and we didn't really know the intentions of it. But then last week they made it a little bit better where like Tamina and Lana are going to help each other out. Lana's not going to really be a wrestler anymore. It's going to be more about Lana helping Tamina become a star and become a champion. And if this means Lana's going back to be a manager, I'm happy about it. I also think this could be a way to help establish a women's wrestler, even though I'm not a huge fan of Tamina and I've never have been. With Lana there, it at least gives her something better than what she previously had. Could it maybe be used better on someone maybe newer, maybe someone that isn't great on the mic, maybe like, for instance, an Asuka? Maybe that would have been a better idea, but you know, it is what it is. They're going with Tamina and Lana. So, yeah, but at least Lana is not wrestling. Now, this is my proposition for what should happen with this team up and this feud. So, Tamina and Lana don't have a match at SummerSlam, but what they should end up doing is they should end up every week. Tamina goes out there by Lana's basically demand, and Lana's setting up matches for her to crush people. Tamina continues to crush these people. Maybe she's attacking superstars backstage, blah, 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 blah. Tamina ends up winning the championship. Then what happens is that Lana ends up taking the title from Tamina. That would be the long run situation here if your intention is to have Lana still be a wrestler. Now, if your intention is to have Lana be a manager, then you know you could still push Tamina to be the champion, whatever. But in the long run, it seems like that might be what they're trying to do. But I don't know. What do you think about this, Kev?
Well, actor, he's here to talk about acting. Tamina, you must learn about acting. You must remember lines. You, like Emma, must remember to learn lines. Very important. Also, when you stand in front of the camera, don't be so stiff. You stand there like you're stick. You stick your hand stiff. What are you doing? And what are your motivations? Learn your motivations. Don't understand your motivations. Learn about acting. Learn from Breezango. They act very good. Very good acting from Breezango. Tamina, learn from Breezango acting.
Actor.
Yes.
What do you think of Lana's performance?
Oh, Lana is very sexy. Lana very charismatic in front of the camera. Beautiful. I would cast Lana in anything. I would cast Lana in a movie, Good Country thing with Shawn Michaels. I would just put Lana in all the scenes. She would just take over. Lana, beautiful acting, Lana. Very sexy.
Thank you, actor. All right, I want to hear Kev's thoughts on that segment and the potential for Lana Tamina.
Oh, who took over my set here? It's like Marky Mark and Cesar now. This is twice in a row. Lana actually tweeted this. She said, "I am going to lead I'm going to lead someone to be the first manager to lead a woman to the women's championship." Mm-hmm. So she's going to be manager. Yeah, I think that this is a great place for Lana. She's not a wrestler. It's very clear she's not. When she worked with Charlotte, she's not nowhere near. I think she's clearly admitted that. That was not a good idea, and we just move on and let Tamina do it, although Tamina is not great. I think Lana in front of Tamina can work a bit, and I like that she went back to Clash. That was great.
Yeah, so Lana, I will say this about Tamina, even though I'm not really a fan, I think her best asset is that she stands out. Like, she looks different from all the other women. She kind of looks like tough, like old school tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she kind of
like. I don't know. I don't know. It could work. We'll see. But I'm not really a fan. Like, she's not great. Like, a great talker, great actress, good in the ring. Like, she's one of the worst women's wrestler on the roster. But if it can work with Lana. That's what I'm trying to say.
And I like the idea that they're bringing back the manager, because we need more managers. I think we need the manager in a lot of different areas. So I'm glad Lana's back in that role.
And also, it would be nice to see Lana back with Rusev at some point after this.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we got that. Let's go to the comments section where I think people are raving about the actor, but we'll get to that. Lots of comments here. Katana said SmackDown was okay. Chase says, love you both, Mitch and Kev. WWE Boy says, I bet Mitch and Kev could have a better match. TMB says, keep the Maharaja champion until WrestleMania. Katana says, SmackDown was solid. I didn't care about most stuff on the show. Solid question mark. Yeah, I thought it was solid for what it's been recently. It's probably the best show in a while, to be honest, because SmackDown's been dreadful. WWE Boy says, Jinder is Canadian in real life, but portrays an Indian heel character. Yes, I know this. He was very over at the Vancouver house show, by the way. Chauncey says, Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. What's going on, Chauncey? Katana says Nakamura is worse than Bailey on the mic. If Nakamura could speak English, I think he would be better than Bailey, but I guess it's tough to compare. TMB says, if Brock is actually leaving, can we turn Nakamura heel and stick him with Heyman?
No. I don't think he would just work as I don't think he would work as a heel.
I think he's better as a face. I agree with you. Can we get rid of Heyman? Like,
why do we need to turn everyone to Heyman? Why don't we develop other people?
Yeah, like, why can't we have other managers?
Yeah.
Like, what about Enzo?
That might happen.
What about Enzo and Nakamura?
No.
No?
No.
The artist thing? You don't get it? No?
No. No, that you're going to, yeah, no.
What about other managers, though?
I think Nakamura needs a female.
A really hot Asian chick would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hot Asian chick that's a good talker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm digging.
We almost could do Charlie Caruso.
I don't know if she would be a great manager.
Be an interesting idea.
Maybe. Kathy Kelly, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Never mind. WWE Boy says Shinsuke needs a manager ASAP. I've been saying that since day one, to be honest with you. I've been saying that since day one, but it doesn't seem like they want to do that anytime soon, but we just discussed it. Katana says, what is Nakamura's character? It's hard to tell with poor English. I think his character is supposed to be an artist.
Yes.
And also the king of strong style, whatever that is. The king of dropping people on their necks and trying to break them. That is basically what his character is.
It was an accident.
Flossie Ash said, that's the way they wrestle, though, Kev.
Yeah.
Flossie Ash says, wait, Baron failed his cash-in with caps. Yes, he did. TME says his character is that he does an entrance. WWE Boy says, what character could Shinsuke have? He has the artist character. They just don't do it very well. Like, he's supposed to be like Michael Jackson, but Asian. Yeah. Chris Crypto and not like Locksmith. Chris Crypto says Corbin cashed in and lost. Is this a troll? Katana says, I'm not a big Jinder fan, but he has been good. WWE Boy says, Carmella is smarter than Jinder with laughing faces. Patrick says, Jinder is the best heel since Jericho. Thoughts, Kev?
No. He's getting there. But not, no.
Who's the best heel in the company right now? Miz. Oh, yeah, Miz. My bad. I didn't think of it. Miz, for sure. Right? Miz?
Yeah, Miz, Joe. I guess it's hard. We really don't have any really heels right now.
WWE, turn Roman heel. Thank you.
He's the one that's getting the most boos.
TMB says Carmella actually has a personality, unlike Nadia and Naomi. I think Naomi has a personality, but she's not very good at expressing it.
Yeah, I think it's her athleticism is what the Usos.
Yeah, I feel like she I feel like she'd be a really cool person to meet, but yeah. I don't know. Katana says,
I know you don't like him. But maybe KO. He did great last week in Toronto.
He stinks.
I know you think he stinks, but he was great last week.
Katana says Lana is always ravishing.
Excellent.
Clark says, I think that SummerSlam is going to have 2 good matches on the whole card. Disappointing pay-per-view coming. I feel you because I'm not very excited for a lot of the matches. Clark says Fatal 4-Way is going to be the best match, and then Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. Man, there's a lot of comments. WWE Boy says, I'm interested to see where this Lana managing Tamina goes. I think it might work pretty well. It could build up Tamina. Chris Crypto says, laugh my ass off, Kevil. Harry Hook says, LOL. Katana says, Marky Mark is greater than the actor. WWE Boy says, here's what makes no sense, though.
To be fair, the actor has just appeared twice.
That's true. But I don't know. The actor might be rising the rankings. He might even be ahead of Cesar already because Cesar can't even put his mask on.
He doesn't put his mask on right.
WWE Boy says, here's what makes no sense, though. Why would Tamina listen to someone who hasn't won a single match in WWE? Because the storyline is that Lana is good at manipulating her way, yes, and she's good at using her looks, and she's good at doing all this other stuff that Tamina typically hasn't been good at. So I understand.
Yeah, the first line was ambition. You're good. You have ambition.
Ambition, exactly. And Lana's also extremely good at shutting down marks on Twitter. Yes. She's one of the best follows for anyone in WWE. Recommend it. And if you aren't following her, I don't know why you're not. Mr. Mike says, if Lana can bring out some character of Tamina and turn her into a beast, I wouldn't mind seeing Tamina versus Nia Jax.
That would be interesting.
What else we got here? Harry Hook says, Mitch and Kev versus Breeze Dango. I think it would be better if it was Marky Mark and Actor versus Breeze Dango.
Yes, versus Breeze. Yes.
TMV says, stick Nakamura with Anderson's hot Asian wife? Question mark.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, well, I think a hot Asian woman. If it's Anderson's hot Asian wife, sir, can she talk?
I don't know. Bring back Summer Rae to manage Nakamura.
No.
Who else is on the roster already that could do it? I'm thinking.
Even
Eva Marie would have been excellent.
Oh yeah, she would have been great. But yeah, she would be great.
But she's gone. I
can't even think of anyone in the industry right now that would fit that role.
I think it would have to be someone outside, unless they can get Kathy Kelly.
What about Mick Foley's daughter? What's her name again?
Noelle?
Yeah.
Maybe. If you guys have any suggestions. Who's that blonde chick in NXT?
Peyton or Billy?
Who's the hot one?
I like Billy.
Is she blonde?
I can't remember. I don't always watch that one. Peyton Royce?
I thought Peyton was a redhead, no? Oh, not redhead, but like kind of brunette red.
Pulling. This is great, kind of. Royce. She is. Yeah, she's the red. She wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't really know the NXT
here.
roster
Wait, what about Emma?
I don't like her at all. I just think she can't talk.
Yeah.
She's not a good talker either.
That's
She's not good.
I know. I can't think of anyone in the. I mean, maybe younger Gail Kim would be fine, but Gail Kim legitimately wanted to wrestle.
Let me look up the roster. This is a question that is. I think if Alexa Bliss wasn't a wrestler, she would be great. Yeah, the only one I got so far is Kathy Kelly.
Let's see. I'm looking through the. I'm right now looking through the Mae Young Classic. What about Kimberly? May be an interesting one, or if you could, another one that would be. Oh, I have Allie from GTNA.
From TNA, I don't know who she is, to be honest.
She's formerly Cherry Bomb. Just look up the Allie characters. That character would be great.
Okay, I'm looking at NXT. Are you talking about Billie Kay?
Yeah, Billie Kay and Peyton, the iconic duo.
Okay. Billie Kay looks like a looker.
Kimberly might work
What
too.
about Liv Morgan?
Yeah, maybe. We should create a future poll. Who shouldn't be Nakamura's manager?
WWE Boy says Liv Morgan should manage Enzo. Harry, yeah, okay, they were answering my question, Liv Morgan. All right, let's continue. So next one, we have Daniel Bryan and the Usos backstage. Daniel Bryan says, hey guys, you looking for a new member of your rap group? He says he's been working on his beats and his hooks. Then the Usos are asking, no, we're just looking to see who we face in the New Day at SummerSlam. He's like, Big E and Xavier. Is that who he said? Big E and Xavier?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Daniel says, I can hook you up, Usos. I can hook you up with the match tonight. So I guess they're trying to get like Daniel Bryan, like more comedic approach. You know what I kind of thought, and I almost feel like this isn't really WWE, but I feel like this is more Daniel. I don't know, but in a way, I always feel like when a character tries to, or an actor or somebody like in wrestling that's in this type of role tries to branch out and do something that they don't usually do, like bring out the comedy side of Daniel Bryan, which he has had good moments with. I think he I think Daniel Bryan in his head was like, I need to bring something different to this role. And I think when Mick Foley was in wrestling back in like 2000, when he did that whole comedy thing, I think that's what Daniel Bryan might be trying to go to as well.
I honestly don't think he gives a crap anymore. I think
you don't think so?
No, I just think he's just doing his thing. I think.
Or do you think they asked him to act that way? Because I feel like he might have influenced that a little bit.
Partially, I think he tried. I think he when it was Talking Smack, he just would go off, and I think that was part of the charm of Talking Smack. And ever since, I don't think he cares anymore. I think he's waiting to get out.
Yeah. I could see.
And they're misusing him, quite frankly. I mean,
yeah.
I think this Shane thing can be a bit of a distraction affair, Daniel Bryan. Like, why do we need both of them?
Yeah, it's funny because Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are more popular than anyone on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, after that we had Rusev versus Chad Gable. Rusev destroys Gable, throws him over the announce table, then hits the accolade on him on top of the announce table, making Rusev look strong going into SummerSlam. And then Randy Orton literally hits an RKO out of nowhere. Like he wasn't even in the screen, but he literally hit an RKO. And Randy Orton is basically like a GIF now. Like every time he does like one of these things, he just turns into a human GIF. But anyways, this was very cookie cutter. It was basically just saying, yeah, Randy Orton accepts your challenge, Rusev. We're wrestling at SummerSlam, blah, 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 blah. That's basically it. So,
I do like these out of nowhere RKOs.
I do love them, and I love the RKO. It's one of the best finishers of all time. I love Randy Orton. I love Rusev. But these are two guys that deserve a more high-profile like build to a feud. And I understand Orton's been in the main event scene. But still, come on, like 2 weeks for like basically nothing. They're just going to have a match at SummerSlam. It's not really like a SummerSlam-worthy feud. Like the two wrestlers are, but they've done nothing to build this feud up. Like outside of a couple of attacks out of nowhere, the whole center of the feud is he kicked him and then he RKO'd him. That's the feud.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not a great motivation. It feels weird that Randy won his match with Jinder and is going, instead of demanding a rematch for the championship, he's going after Rusev. That doesn't make sense to me either. So the build is weird, but I do think they'll put on a good match because they're two good performers.
Mr. Mike says D-Bry was hilarious in the skit. TMB says the Daniel Bryan wanting to rap with the Usos joke was better on Talking Smack before it was scripted to shit. Chris Crypto says Bryan was so great with Kane. The only time I really cared for him. Mr. Mike says, I think he was trolling Michael Cole because whenever Cole sees someone black, he tries to be cool. Okay. Chris Crypto says Daniel Bryan can manage Nakamura, the two best motherfucking wrestlers in the world. Mr. Mike says, I think the Diamond Cutter was better than the RKO. Personally, I like the RKO better.
I like the RKO. I remember the Diamond Cutter. The Diamond Cutter is great, but I do enjoy the RKO.
Katana says Rusev deserves better than what WWE gives him. Number one endorsing channel of Rusev, the Bottom Line View. Okay. Next, we have AJ Styles, what's supposed to be an apology to Shane McMahon. First off, Shane McMahon looks massive. This guy is a big guy. I don't know. I don't remember Shane ever being this big. I think this is the biggest he's ever been in his life.
Quite possibly, yeah.
But anyways, continuing on, AJ says, AJ's trying to apologize to Shane. Shane says there's no reason for an apology. I'm a special guest referee to get in between you guys and to take a hit and keep going. There's some Shane McMahon chants like really loud, and I put Shane McMahon's the most over dude in WWE. Then AJ says, man to man, is this an excuse to screw me over on Sunday? Then Shane says, typically you can't touch a WWE official, but if you push or you shove me, that's a different story. If you put your hands on me, I will put my hands all over you. AJ says, that sounds like a threat. Then Shane says, AJ, what's going to happen this Sunday? And this is where the segment got really like weird. Again, they did this on Raw. Okay, so what happened was, I don't know if anyone else caught this except for me, but it was really, 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 really awkward. So Shane is like, AJ, is that what's going to happen this Sunday or something to that degree? And then he's standing there with the mic and he's staring at AJ and AJ's looking at him. And then they close up on Shane's face and Shane's like,
cue.
And then he turns around and then finally freaking KO's music hits. And I'm like, oh God, that was bad. Like, I feel like Shane's face almost turned to like, fuck, I'm going to kill somebody like backstage, whatever happens. Like if that was my dad, like that's the feeling that I saw in Shane's head. Yeah. Like I'm going to ream him out at backstage. So Kevin Owens comes out and says, Shane, that, Shane says that was an accident. He's just telling you the rules as the ref. He's telling you the rules. And I like this guy because it means Sunday you can't hit the ref to hold on to the title. Unlike AJ Styles, if I were to collide with you, Shane, it would most likely be an accident. And it would probably be a complete accident. He says, I'm going to shake your hand like a man, because I'm a man of my word. And, basically Kevin Owens is being kind of the snarky heel in this instance, being like I'm the good guy in this situation, blah, 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 blah. We've seen this before from other people, but I think it works in this situation. The only thing that doesn't make sense with Kevin Owens is what is supposed to happen when Kevin Owens takes this side, when he acts this way, is the fans are supposed to boo him. And nobody reacted at all. Like, there was no cheering. There was no booing. Kevin Owens was saying this whole thing like, yeah, Shane, it was an accident. If I ever do that, it would be a complete accident. Like, I mean, I would never do that. That's a heel, like, healing it up. And the fans never booed him, which I don't like about Kevin Owens, Kev.
He got a reaction last week.
These marks never boo him, bro. Then, because he's Kevin Steen. Then, Shane says you should shake the hand of your opponent. Then, of course, AJ, Kevin Owens, same thing that happened last week, I think. They go at it, and Kevin Owens kicks Shane in the head after AJ almost punches Shane, but Shane actually blocks it this time. But then Owens kicks, misses Styles, hits Shane in the head. My question is, if this was Shane McMahon, and if this was you, Kev, and you were the special guest referee, and now you made it personal, what you think you made it personal, would you not just insert yourself into the match and make it a triple threat?
No, I'm going to hold myself and be the referee because I've committed myself to be the referee of this match. So I'm really not, I want these two to have a match because I'm the commissioner and I can't insert myself in the match because it's a title match. If it wasn't a title match, maybe I would insert myself in this. I don't know. But my assignment is to referee. So I wouldn't insert myself into.
So you're saying it hasn't become personal to the point where you would care to get into the fisticuffs?
These people seem like two hot-tempered, competitive individuals, and we just got to let them wrestle it out.
All right. I could see that, I guess, but I feel like everything that's happened kind of points toward triple threat, even though it's not happening. And then as Owens left, he got some "you suck" chants as well. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, this segment was pretty good. I think they've done a fairly good job in the past 2 weeks, actually, of building this match and making it interesting, making it intriguing, adding a different spin to it. If it was just Styles and Owens, I would have been sick with it for sure. I would have definitely not been looking forward to this match. But due to the fact that Shane has this whole story with who's he going to screw over, what's going to happen, who's going to mess with Shane, and what it seems like is, he has beef with both of them. I think they've done a good job of distributing that. And Shane is basically going to have to pick a side, and the side he picks is going to win. That's basically what it seems to me.
Yeah, And then we go on to the next part. Yeah, I think they'll have a good match. It's one of them. I think that still has the ability to steal the show. I think that in the next match that we'll talk about, I think, have the ability to possibly steal the show. In this one. Not in a it's not like a typical SummerSlam steal the show type of match, but I think it has the ability to capture some people's imagination.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it somewhat. WWE Boy says, you skipped my comment. Well, comment it again because I didn't see it. TMB says, this segment would have been better if everyone and their mother didn't already know that KO is going to hit Shane. That's true, but I still thought it was good.
Still was good, yeah.
New Day Rocks says, kill 'em boys. New Day is the best. He says New Day is the greatest. He says New Day is the greatest team of all time. He says New Day is the best team. He says New Day is the best tag team. Okay, we get it.
Seems clear to me what he's thinking.
Jeremy says, is GM after this? No, actually, GM mode, WrestleMania is going to be on Thursday. So we'll get a time for that soon. But yeah, it's going to be Thursday. So maybe during this review near the end, while Kev's talking about something, I'll message Dylan and we'll get a time for you guys. Mr. Mike says, I think the Outsiders hold that title of the best team of all time. Personally, I think it's the Hardys, but it's just me.
I have to think about it more.
Yeah. It could be Legion of Doom.
It's not the Legion of Doom. I do know that.
Chris Crypto says, LOD, bruh. New Day is garbage. He says, Outsiders are up there too. WWE Boy said a great idea. Mitch versus Kathy Kelly in a bra and panties match. Great idea.
I don't want to see you in a bra.
That's true. Can I just be wearing normal clothes and then her in the bra and panties? Mr. Mike says, I think Daniel Bryan might switch spots and let Shane wrestle in the match for the title.
No, I don't see that.
What is he saying?
It says that he's proposing.
Oh, I get it. So Daniel Bryan would be the ref.
Yeah.
Okay. Killin' Boys is a huge fan of New Day as he continues to go on. Mr. Mike says, does anyone else miss Stephanie?
Not today.
Not today, but I don't mind her. I've been more of a Stephanie fan than a lot of people. So Chase says, Mitch, I'm going to follow you on my Twitter. Thanks, Chase. Follow Kevil as well. So let's get to the next segment. After that, we had New Day versus the Usos. My question is, this is really random, but why do we have no stipulations for tag teams anymore?
What do you mean?
Like, we don't have any more ladder matches, TLC matches. We never have any, like, tables matches, steel cage. When do we have these matches, bro?
We might get to that with this one. I don't think the feud ends at SummerSlam. I think it'll still go on. So, I've enjoyed these two together. Actually, I think they've worked really well together. Yeah,
they're probably the two best tag teams in the WWE.
Yeah,
it's arguable, but I think the Usos are definitely the best. My question is just like I would like to see more stipulation matches, especially at a match like a show like SummerSlam. Instead of just a regular tag team match, I'd like to see maybe like a TLC or like a tables match, something.
It could lead to like one of those secondary pay-per-views gets us to that. The Usos are the best tag team in the world. I've said that already.
I agree. You know what they also have?
What?
They also have the best entrance theme.
You like their entrance now?
I've always liked their entrance.
They switched it up though.
Yeah, but I like it even better now with the rap verses.
Yeah.
Usos! Day one-ish. I like that.
Yeah.
You like that? Anyways, you'll check out our NFC predictions, NFC East, where I am high on the Washington Redskins.
And I'm not.
And Kev is not. So, New Day's in the ring and they cut a promo. He says, y'all can catch these hands at Gillette Stadium. That's the only line I put down, Kev, to be honest with you. You can catch these hands at Gillette Stadium. Usos. Then, my question is, did Big E lose weight? Because he's not like in a bad way, but he seems more like shredded.
Maybe he has.
I don't know. I noticed
really
those things, but it seemed like he kind of has. And let me know, guys, in the comment section. It kind of seems like he has. Maybe he's waiting for that singles push, working hard for it. Kofi and Xavier are wrestling in this match against the Usos. The Usos end up winning the match. So the champions, again, do not look strong going into a pay-per-view. Again, WWE, you make no sense. And by the way, why do we even need to see this match 1 week before SummerSlam when they're going to touch again?
Yeah, but I
don't like these matches because they're good.
They're good
but
matches.
Can we get something else? Some of the best parts of this feud have been on the microphone.
Yes, there should have been more mic talk on this, especially after the rap battle. I think you should have went more to that. And both of them are great on the mic, as we know. And that's too bad. I would have rather have had instead of a match, a mic segment for this. But I think they're going to have a good match on Sunday, and I'm looking forward to them together. So,
WWE Boy says that Dylan should write the lyrics for the Usos. He's got bars. WWE Boy says Usos are great and have a good entrance theme. I hope they actually had more lyrics to rap in their theme, though. They do. They have like a chorus and like a verse, I think, which is a lot for like an entrance theme. Arian says, bro, Vince and Jeff had a huge fight over Baron Corbin's facials. All right, thanks for that. Yeah. So the Usos win, and I just I don't like it. Okay. Let's go next to the Fashion Peaks. The Fashion Peaks finale. And as it zooms in, we see doppelgangers, Kane Razor Ramon, doppelgangers. Interesting. Fandango's on the phone, or not on the phone, but talking to the phone, and he says that he's abducted by aliens, and he's basically talking about his experience with the aliens. And then Tyler Breeze comes in, and he says, Fandango, why are you talking on the phone? I'm right here. And then he said, and then this line was the best. I don't know if you caught this. I don't know if you caught this, Kev, but Tyler Breeze picks up a donut, right? Tyler Breeze picks up a donut. Then Tyler Breeze says, what's in the future? And Fandango says, diabetes. I thought that was really funny. I don't know why. Then they have this rock from space that's actually sometimes referred as a space rock. And Fandango throws this space rock to see who the culprits are. And again, it's the Ascension. The Ascension came to return the pie. So Fandango investigates the pie. He finds hair. He finds a Band-Aid, which was just gross. And he finds something else in it. He also finds gluten. Yes. And then the Ascension goes nuts over the gluten. And I don't think the joke quite landed, but it was funny in its attempt. I don't think it quite landed, but it was funny in its attempt. They have this card that says "to be." So basically, they're saying there's danger, a dark presence. The whole tag team division is in danger. And then it says Breeze Dango will return. Breeze Dango will return in 2 weeks, almost like a Marvel movie. So.
Hold on. There's an important point in what you missed there.
Okay.
Breeze Dango originally said it will return in 25 years. Flash 2 weeks. That was a play on Twin Peaks, which returned 25 years later.
Good catch, Kev. Good catch. Anyways.
And the signs, I don't know if you've been talking about the signs. Have you been talking about the signs?
What signs?
The background? Because the background is the highlight of this. All of that stuff.
Explain.
All of that stuff, if you're not a Twin Peaks fan, it's either going over your head because...
Yeah, I'm not a Twin Peaks fan.
They're all titles of movies that David Lynch has directed. So Bob Holly Drive is Mulholland Drive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what's making the humor of this even better.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know Twin Peaks. Like, I've never watched it. Yeah. So I can't get those jokes. But I understand that it's funny to a certain fan that's seen the show, obviously.
That was the whole, like, quick speaking in metaphors. Quick speaking in metaphors. That was a play on.
Yeah, see, some of the jokes go over my head because I've never seen it. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I try and get the other jokes that I do understand.
Yeah.
The very stupid jokes like Space Rock. Because I'm stupid. Anyways.
And I'm intelligent.
Yes, because he's an actor. Anyways. So the danger, the dark presence. Who do we think this dark presence is?
It's got to be Harper and Rowan.
It's got to be, right?
I guess I don't see any other way unless you're bringing up a team from NXT, but it's got to be Harper and Rowan.
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly what I think. Before this main event, let's get back to the comment section. Arian says, by the way, Vince Russo said he hates hip-hop. Well, he is also like 55 years old and didn't really grow up with a lot of hip-hop, so I'm guessing that most of that generation does not like hip-hop. Kill'em Boys says, New Day is going to break up and Kofi wins the Royal Rumble. I hope not. WWE Boy says, I feel like we need to make a hip-hop song. Kill'em Boy says, Fandango is gay, Fandango is weak, Fandango is just weird. Fandango is gay weak. Just kidding. I should not hurt people's feelings. Sorry, Fandango. Wow, Kill'em Boys, you are very considerate. He also says Tom Brady is the GOAT. Well, he is true. That's true about that. He says that Brady, bunch of rings. He says Lord of the Rings, King Brady. Brady is the greatest of all time. Xavier Woods is going to fall off his knees. Eric Rowan is a bust. Eric Rowan used to be a beast. Luke Harper, his career is ending. How do you feel about all those comments?
I don't feel anything.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the main event, which is John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. I don't know why, but I loved the beginning of this match with the test of strength.
Yeah.
It was very old school. It was very old school. Typical Hulk Hogan-esque right there. I liked it. And it made sense because it was Jinder and Cena. Anyways, this match was eh. It was eh. The Singh brothers get booted from ringside kind of early in the match, and Cena hits an AA. Then Jinder kicks out. Then Cena goes for another AA on the top rope, absolutely dismantles Jinder, going for the 3 count. Baron Corbin barely hits his Money in the Bank briefcase on Cena, which causes the 2 count. Then Baron Corbin is an idiot, doesn't cash in right away, turns his back, walks up the ramp, even more of a dumbass, then realizes he actually has the Money in the Bank and is able to cash in at any moment in time, which makes him seem even more like a dumbass. Then he cashes in the Money in the Bank late, which is another dumbass move because it was late and Cena's already up near the ring. Then Baron Corbin loses because he tries to punch Cena off the ropes. Then Jinder Mahal retains and then proceeds to laugh at Baron Corbin while there is a girl in the front row fingering John Cena, which I thought was also funny and absolutely idiotic and shows how many marks there are.
That was the highlight of the match to me.
That was pretty
absolutely hilarious.
That was almost as good as the guy in the front row going like, fuck you to Cass on Raw. That was almost as good. Anyways, I'm saying WTF to this because we have a whole pay-per-view that is centered around getting somebody a briefcase to make them the next up-and-coming star. They win this briefcase, and then they proceed to lose. And on that journey to losing, you did not build them up whatsoever or help them get to the place they needed to be. Then you have them lose this Money in the Bank. And who is it that helps them lose? None other than John Cena. So on this show, you have the guy that's been on top for 12 years, probably more, and he not only almost defeats the WWE champion, probably would have if it wasn't for Baron Corbin, but also screws Baron Corbin out of winning the WWE championship. You wonder why a large majority of your fan base screams Cena sucks. Kev, what's your thoughts on this segment?
Okay, I understand. Let me get the negative crap out of the way. I don't understand why Cena and Mahal was out for a title match. That's bizarre. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's another thing. When I was thinking about this match, I'm like, is Daniel Bryan going to come out, like before this match, I was like, is Daniel Bryan going to come out and say this is for the title or something? Because like this doesn't make sense that it's not for the title. Yeah.
Which was the second straight week that your champion was on in a title match and was about to lose. I understand that. I understand your anger with John Cena being involved in this. However, we have never, let's look at this from a different perspective. We have never had someone cash in the Money in the Bank this way and lose ever. We had the old teases, remember, with Dolph Ziggler. He teased doing it and people stopped him. I mean, he never cashed in and lost. When Cena cashed in and lost and Sando cashed in and lost, it was an actual legitimate match. So we've never seen this before. So it is something unique, and I do actually appreciate that. And I actually think that this makes and it's going to sound weird, so hold on here. I actually think this makes Baron Corbin look better. Because when he cashed in, yes, it was like how he did it was really stupid. It looks really dumb. But you actually now have a guy here that I think that you can build some legitimate anger in that match with John Cena, which makes it a little bit more intense. And you can build this guy from hopefully, if WWE is paying attention, from a guy that is like, yeah, I had the Money in the Bank, to actually build an angry, more developed, more ruthless Baron Corbin. You could actually get a better character out of this for him losing the Money in the Bank, losing this match, as opposed to him winning and having a very plain champion, because I don't think Baron Corbin is over with this audience as he is right now. So I think him losing the Money in the Bank will actually benefit Baron Corbin in the end. And it kind of made Mahal look a little...
Do you not think, though, because I somewhat agree with you, but do you not think that Baron Corbin needs to beat Cena at SummerSlam? It makes absolutely zero sense.
I think
zero, because Cena's leaving after SummerSlam, isn't he?
Well, he's supposed to be going to Raw. That's the rumor.
So Baron Corbin should win, right? If he doesn't, this makes no sense.
I think what Baron Corbin should do is just take out John Cena even before the match. I think he should just obliterate it.
I think what should happen is in their match, Baron Corbin should squash him.
Yeah, just obliterate him. We know that's not going to happen, though.
No.
But I would give you the agreement that Corbin should win the match. But if I'm booking this, I don't even have the match. I think Corbin just takes out John Cena and just destroys him. And we have Cena off, and you start building this Corbin. Or if you have Cena...
But we've had stories where Corbin beats the crap out of somebody before. He needs to win.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. So he wins. But you go back to SummerSlam in 1999. And I'm not saying these are the same people, but I'm just going to use this as a point. Triple H didn't win, but he destroyed Stone Cold. Which
but Kev, did Triple H have the Money in the Bank the night before, lose it looking like an idiot, and then proceed to lose?
Well, he lost twice to China.
Also, this is 1999.
Yeah. I'm not comparing. I'm just using that as an example.
With great writing.
Yeah. But I think Corbin should go over in some way, Cena. I do agree with you. That's the best part. But that's me booking. We'll have to see how this is played out. But I think it's I actually kind of liked it. We've never seen this before. We've never seen someone cash in the Money in the Bank and lose.
Really?
It's never happened.
Damian Sandow.
Match. Like, not this way. Not this, like, I ran down the ring, cash in Money in the Bank, and then the champion still retained.
Damian Sandow, and I know Cena's was a match. But
Yeah, those two were matches, the actual matches. But we've never had it done this way. So that creates a bit of a unique perspective to the Money in the Bank, which we've always assumed is a guarantee win. That's not necessary now. So I think it even adds to some twists of the Money in the Bank. So I actually like this.
I can't, because unless Baron Corbin proceeds to go over Cena and then have a long run of victories where he's just absolutely like pissed off, like can't take it. Like the whole purpose of the Money in the Bank,
they were building.
You center an entire pay-per-view around a Money in the Bank match where you're trying to create a star, and you proceed to have him lose it. That's a waste of the Money in the Bank contract.
But he wouldn't have been over as a champion.
I don't think he was ready.
He wasn't ready.
But still. Okay, they haven't done a good job of helping him get ready.
But okay, let's go back. With the male Money in the Bank, who's the last one that actually it made sense, it cashed in and was like, oh yeah, we think he's ready?
I don't even remember the cash-ins, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
Ambrose? I think a lot of people at that point felt Ambrose was ready.
Ready, yeah.
So
okay, that's fine. Yeah. But I think that the way that they're building it, Corbin, I think, has some hope for me. So this is very unique.
As always, I will say this. Let's wait it out and let's see what happens. But at first, I just hate it that Cena has to find himself in the middle of this every single time. Not only does he almost beat the WWE champion and probably would have, but he cost Baron Corbin. Why does it have to be Cena?
Well,
come on, bro.
Well, that builds to your Cena Corbin match, hopefully. So you build something off
I understand that. But you're
Well, Nakamura isn't going to stop him because Nakamura's wrestling Mahal, right?
Maybe he would, because maybe he figures if I win the match on Sunday, I don't have to deal with somebody beating me up after.
But Nakamura would have to stop Corbin.
Yeah. No, think about it this way. This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Nakamura knows he has a match against Jinder for the WWE title.
Yeah.
He knows that there's a Money in the Bank holder in Baron Corbin. If Shinsuke were to come out and disrupt Corbin, it would mean that in Shinsuke's mind, okay, when I beat Jinder on Sunday, I don't have to deal with Corbin cashing in.
Right.
After.
So he stops Corbin.
I understand that Cena makes more sense because they're having a match at SummerSlam, but I just hate that. Why didn't Jinder win this match?
That I don't. That's the question. Even last week,
why did Jinder not?
Why is he not winning matches?
Why did Jinder not beat Orton straight up?
Yeah,
you get rid of the Singh brothers. Why did Jinder not go over? Because you know what this is doing. This is hurting Shinsuke. This is not just hurting Jinder. This is hurting Shinsuke. Because Shinsuke is going to beat the 4th best wrestler on the roster, for the WWE title. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not helping either of them. You're right. Mahal continuing to lose is not helping anybody.
Okay. Let's get to the comment section. WWE Boy says Cena versus Jinder was good. Killin' Boy says the Hardy Boys versus a New Day. TMB says Jinder is the fucking man. All in on Jinder. Killin' Boy says Cena is the GOAT. Okay. TMB says Baron didn't think of cashing in at first because he's too worried about his thinning hair. Well, if that's the excuse, I want to hear an interview from him saying that, because it was idiotic for Baron Corbin to not cash it in right away as soon as he saw Jinder lying flat on his back.
Yes.
The girl giving Cena the finger, clapping, and thumbs up from WWE Boy. Chris Crypto says, Corbin was on his way to being a bit of a star, in my opinion. I'm not sure after tonight. That's how a lot of people feel. WWE Boy is really mad at Corbin, even though he doesn't realize that this is booked. And this is not real. Kill'em Boy says, dream match, Daniel Bryan versus Edge versus Tyson Kidd versus Randy Orton versus John Cena versus John Morrison. Very interesting match. How you feel about that match, Kev?
Oh, that's a headache. It's never going to happen anyway.
WWE Boy says, if Cena wins at SummerSlam, this is going to be a stupid mistake. If Cena wins at SummerSlam, this is a complete fail. Honest, complete fail.
So even if Cena wins and Corbin obliterates him after, you're not okay with this?
Complete fail.
Okay.
Kellen Boy says, stone cold beer bottle gun baby drinker. Okay. Chauncey says, Shinsuke Nakamura is an ass clown. Kill'em Boy says, Chris Jericho versus Rey Mysterio one more time. I don't know why he's saying this random stuff. WWE Boy says, Baron Corbin is a lone wolf, and he should have been beating up people everywhere backstage, in the parking lot, in a concession stand, anywhere, and also inside the ring. Well, they should do that the next couple of
Going forward, yes.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to say.
TMB, yeah, like if it's going to work out positively, what needs to happen is Corbin beats the shit out of Cena, and hopefully wins the match, and he should win the match. And then after that on SmackDown, he's still not finished, and he just attacks everyone.
Yeah.
TMB says, if Corbin would have beat Jinder, would Cena versus Corbin would have been for the title? Why would Cena stop that? Question mark. Interesting question.
Sorry, say that again.
If Corbin would have won the title, would the title have been Corbin versus Cena?
Yes.
Then why would Cena stop the match?
To screw him over.
I don't think that makes much sense. What else? Nakamura's in the title picture and hardly shows up, says WWE Boy. Yeah, we know this. Brock Lesnar shows up for 5 minutes. Randy Orton shows up for 5 minutes. Jinder shows up for 5 minutes. That's the way it is, I guess. No threads, just segments.
Yep.
So anyways, Kev, that's our review for SmackDown Live. What is your rating?
I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10.
Oh!
There was a lot of good segments I enjoyed. I thought it
was solid. I thought it was the best SmackDown and probably since WrestleMania almost.
Wow. Owen Styles was good.
Terrible. It's been bad.
There have been some bad stuff, but the Breezango thing was good. Jinder was good. And I think we have something to talk about with this Corbin thing. I think it creates a conversation. So good job. I'm going to give it a 7.
For me, I will give this show a 6 out of 10, which is probably the highest grade I've given SmackDown in quite some time. Like I said, it might be the best show since WrestleMania. I think there's probably been like a handful of episodes I've actually liked, maybe like 4. I could be 3 or 4 probably. There's been good moments, good segments.
Has been good.
It's been better. I would say that actually WWE had one of their best weeks in a while.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to SummerSlam because it's SummerSlam. But let's rank the matches in order of like matches you're looking forward to. So I think the Fatal 4-Way match has got to be number 1, right?
Yep.
What's number 2 for you?
Honestly, I'm going to say Styles Owens. It's a tie between Styles Owens and the Shield-ish Sheamus Cesaro.
I feel like the Shield-ish has more to do with the main event.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. But yeah, you're right.
So I'm actually going to say Styles and Owens, mostly due to Shane and his thing. I think the SmackDown tag titles match will be good. I think
that's third in my list.
Is Miz wrestling?
No. Well, he may be on the pre-show, but
the fuck? Rusev and Orton will be a good match, but it had no build up.
Which one? Rusev Orton? Yeah.
Rusev Orton. Could not care less for Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss. Could not care less for Naomi and Natalya, except when Carmella cashes in, hopefully. Tag titles on Raw. What's the tag titles on Raw? Oh, yeah, that would be good. I guess. Jinder Nakamura, it's probably in the top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
Yeah. Cena Corbin. If I'm not looking forward to it because I'm fearing that Cena will win.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by see how this works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Cena Corbin, I'm not looking forward to as much. And then the cruiserweight match, not looking forward to that much either.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, and the big Cast Big Show, that's probably going to start the show. So.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So anyways, it should be a half-decent SummerSlam. We'll see what happens. We'll be here to review it. And make sure you keep it locked here on the Bottom Line View. If you haven't already, Gronk spike the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more wrestling content. We will have a preview sometime this week. At least I will. Talking about all the matches, what I think, what's going to happen, my predictions, all that stuff. So thanks, guys, for tuning in to this SmackDown Live review for August the 15th, 2017. It's Mitch and Kevol. Follow us on Twitter at Mitch Milani and also at Kevol. Peace out.
Peace.